Like I stated in the blog post, I took my beginning prompt and then added this part onto it to say that this is who I am and what I know, and this is what I want help with about the Eclipse. Click go, and then it's going to start churning through and developing one simple 20-minute lesson. So it churned through and it produced this lesson, which if you read through it, from my point of view, it looks okay. Maybe your point of view, you see some different things you want to change up. One thing I'd like to point out here is this. So I may send this to my instructional coach and say, can we meet a few minutes in the morning and talk about my lesson flow? They could give you any pointers or feedback or ideas. Another thing I might say is, looking through this, it looks pretty good, but I need something else. Now I'm asking, give me some book titles that I could read with my class that would fit with this lesson. But if you look at it, I misspelled the word with. It doesn't really matter. It's kind of like Google. It knows what I'm talking about for the most part. As this is churning through, some other things to be aware of is that when I get to something I don't like, when I get to a book, a portion of the lesson that is just not familiar with me, I will just say, tell me about, or rework number 4, this art. It's not going to fit my students, or tell me what materials I need, whatever it may be. Have it rewrite the portions of the lesson that don't really fit. Now I'm going to scroll down here and look at some of these books. I do not know if we have these in the library, but you may want to check the catalog and ask the librarian to set them aside so you can do some quick read alouds in the morning. But if you look here, it went from idea to viable lesson in seconds. Now can it do something with 9th grade? Pretty much the same prompt, except I'm in 9th grade, but I want to do 9th grade social studies, but I want to do something with the Eclipse. Now let's watch what it does here. One of the interesting things here is that I'm a social studies teacher. You would normally think this is going to be covered in the science class, but because the Eclipse is something so rare, this might be something I, as a social studies teacher with 2 years of experience, might want to come up with a very quick, short lesson. So if you look through here, you're going to see some ways that we can stack this lesson very quickly together and be able to deploy it at a moment's notice. Again, like I said for the 2nd grade example, if I don't really like something, maybe it's the real-time connection. I could ask chat to redo number 3. It also could be like, I don't like this lesson at all. Ask it to redo it all together. Why do I do this versus TPT or Google or some other site? Is because as I have a conversation with the AI, it's much, much better, faster.